Pwede yung tayo mag-start, no? Okay, so yung ating topic is about valuation of stocks. Okay? So before we discuss yung mga details, no? About sa stocks. So this time, we will have the valuation of stocks. So being a financial management student, no? Dapat alam nyo ang pag-value ng stock. So that if you will buy or sell stocks in the market, you know how to price them, no? So, okay, so valuation of stocks. So, debt versus equity muna tayo. So, debt securities represent a legally enforceable claim, and then securities offer fixed or floating cash flows, no? Kaya yung mga bonds, no, they offer fixed income securities, mga debt. But actually, sa mga stocks naman, yung preferred stock, ganun din naman. They offer the fixed dividend. Kaya tawag nga sa preferred stock ay actually a hybrid financing because primarily it is a combination of liability and the features of equity, no? Anyway, bondholders do not have any control over how the company is being run. But of course, they can always give provisions with regard to, no? With regard to how the company I mean yung company, the one of the one ulit no, yung mga bondholders natin kasi once the company issued bonds, di ba? Kasi corporations once they want to accumulate funds, no, o kaya to raise money, o kaya to put up a new building, o kaya for investment purposes, sometimes they issue bonds, no? Yung mga bondholders naman, they do not have control, no, over the companies being run. The bondholders is actually just receiving dividends, and not dividends pala, interest, no, from the bond issuer. So ganun siya. Kaya wala siyang control. But they can always dictate na pwedeng sabihin na what is the collateral of your bond. Kasi yung bondholders natin, bale, mga creditors yan lumalabas eh. Ang debtor si company. Okay? So next, we have the common stockholders are the residual claimants. So like what we discussed before, sabi nga natin, yung equity is always the last recipient, no? Last recipient of the assets, no, of the company. So they have to first pay the bondholders or the creditors, followed by the preferred stockholder. So what is remaining will go to the stockholders. So no claim to earnings or assets until all senior claims are paid in full. So yan nga yung sinasabi natin, ano, yung bondholders, yung mga creditors natin, then the preferred stockholder. Then high risk but historically also high return. So mabilis talaga ang return, ano? May mga stocks nga binili mo ngayon, may times 5 na, times 4. Like for example, yung dito. Yung dito, yung trade telco na sinasabi nila, when it was offered in our market, it was only 1 peso. But now, it is in 5 pesos already, no? More than 5. Kung bumili ka noon, di ang laki noon. Di ba? Laki na ngayon. Kaya lang nun, limited. At saka speculative kasi yung stock na yan. Kaya medyo mahirap bumili rin, no? So anyway, stockholders have voting rights on important company decisions. So when we talk of stockholders, we're talking only of the common stockholder, not the preferred stockholder. Also, sa preferred stock naman, ito. So preferred stock have some features similar to debt and other features similar to equity. Kaya sabi ko nga kanina, preferred stock is actually a hybrid financing, no? Because it has the features of the bondholders and stockholders. Okay, naintindihan ba, class? Nakikinig ba?
Yes po.
Okay, so claim on assets and cash flow is similar to common stock. Then dividend payments are not tax deductible, and preferred stock are held mostly by corporations. No, corporations kasi being fixed income securities yan, Gusto syempre ng corporation ng steady flow of income, no? Although of course, yung mga individuals, they also buy preferred stocks. May mga stockholders na individuals, no? Not necessarily mga companies yan or corporations. May mga kilala ako bumibili ng preferred stock, no? Primarily because of the dividends, no, paid by preferred stock, which is fixed. Madalas kasi nagbibigay yan mga 5%, 6%, or 7% in a year. Malaki na yun. Diba? If you have 1 million, 70,000 a year, pwede na rin. Hindi na masama. Ano naman yun? Fixed. Tapos hindi pa tax. Hindi pa siya subject to tax, no? And then preferred stockholders usually do not have voting rights. So they cannot vote in running the company. So ang meron lang right dyan, yung mga common stockholders, bale. Kung kayo ang papipiliin, ano mas gusto nyo? Common o preferred stockholder? Ha?
Common, sir.
Si Denver, common. Common ka, bakit common? Bakit common?
Sir, kasi given na ang preferred stocks ay una nga po sa returns, pero hindi naman po ganun kalaki yung magiging return kapag po ang company ay after liquidation po, yun lang po yung makukuha natin. While the common stockholders, although mataas po yung risk na hindi ka makakuha ng return, pero once na nagkaroon po ng possible return sa'yo, mas malaki po yung makukuha mo kaysa sa mga preferred stockholders. Kasi po yung halimbawa, yung 7% na nire-release ng company, yung 7% po na yun, ang alam ko po is parang hati-hatiin pa po yun sa number of stocks, preferred stockholders na meron sa company. So, kung iisipin po natin na mas maliit po talaga yung kikitain ng preferred stockholders kaysa sa mga common stockholders.
But in terms of risk, sinong mas risky sa kanya? Common stock or preferred stock?
Mas risky po, sir, si common stockholders.
Okay, mas risky si common stockholders kasi they will be the one to receive, no, the dividends last, or even when it comes to liquidation of assets, they will also receive, no, last din sila. Pero ako, I would say na depende siguro, no? Ako siguro depende. Kasi although of course yung common stockholders, they are receiving dividends, but sometimes the dividends they receive is lower than the preferred stockholder. For example, yung Petron, you know what is Petron?
Yes
Yung
po.
Petron Corporation, yung gasoline station yan, di ba? PNOC. Ang preferred stock, mayroong preferred stock ang Petron, no? And preferred stockholders, they are receiving around mga 5 to 7%, ano? 5 to 7%. Pero yung mga common stockholders, they are receiving around, check computing ko they are receiving less than 1% in a year. Less than 1% in a year. So, minsan 0.01, minsan 0.10 ang ini-issue nila. So right now, they issued 0.10. And the price of preferred Petron is 3.20. No, mga 3% lang ang binibigay sa Petron. No, baksak pa yung stocks nila. Kasi nasa 3 pesos lang. Coming from 9 pesos yan, ha? Pero preferred stockholder, the price of the preferred stock is going up. And then at the same time, they're receiving around 5 to 7% a year. Guaranteed. But the common stockholders, they are not guaranteed. No? Anyway, I would say na depende siguro. Na depende. I'm not going to say preferred or common, depending on the situation. So let's say in the case of Petron, I would rather go for preferred stock. I would rather go for preferred stock. But let's say in the case of DMC, for example, or yung DMCI, alam niyo yung DMCI? Ha? Sino nakakalam ng DMCI? DMCI, yung mga SEC, a mining company, yung DMCI is a property company. No, ito mga to, regular sila nagbibigay ng dividends in a year. And the dividends is around mga 10%, 10 to 12% a year. Ay malaki 'yon, 'di ba? Malaki 'yon. So in this case, I go for no DMC and SEC. So kaya depende, no? Depende. Kaya depende rin sa tao and depende of course how you analyze the company. Kasi if you are a person who would like to ascertain no yung regular cash flow lalo na yung mga medyo may edad na, no? Yung mga may edad na yan, gusto nila yung regular cash flow nila is constant bale. So they go for preferred stock. Okay, mga bonds, no? They always receive dividends or interest. Kasi sa common stockholders, depende sa corporation. Hindi naman lahat ng corporation nagdi-declare ng dividends. So I would say, it depends. No? But if you, let's say, no, sa common stockholder naman, mas malaki talagang kinikita niyan. No? Mas malaki talaga. Kasi yun nga sinabi ko sa inyo, for example, yung dito, it was issued at 1 peso no, sa initial public offering. But right now, the price of that stock dito is already 5 something, no? 520, 532 na. Malaki 'yon, di ba? Okay, so kaya dapat marami tayong ma-analyze dito talaga, no? So anyways, investment security portfolio management, pwede natin pag-aralan din yan, no? How to analyze the stocks. Dito kasi para mga features lang, may mga valuation, no? Pero doon pwede natin pag-aralan yung mga details pa. Okay, so next, common stock. So ano yung nasa gilid na to? Hindi ko naintindihan. Pabayaan na natin yon, no? Common stock, detailed economic relevance today. Tapos sabi, the shares of a company stock that shareholders and the board authorize the firm to sell to the public. Naka-PowerPoint kasi ito, nakalimutan ko na siya. Pero sandali lang ha, parang hindi ito yung ginawa kong PowerPoint. Sandali. Hindi, ito yun. Kaya ba't meron napunta rito sa gilid? Hindi ko man sinulat yan. Sandali lang kalasa, titignan ko yung PowerPoint. Ba't meron dito sa gilid? Hindi ko naintindihan to. Bakit meron dyan, ha? Tingnan ko lang. Sabi na nga natin yun. Sayang yung oras. Sabi na natin nasa gilid ha. Explain ko na lang naman eh. So anyway, yung the shares of a company stock that have been issued or sold to the public and the shares of a company stock, naulit na naman. The amount of money the firm received from selling stock above, ito, par value to. Par value ng share ang ibig sabihin niya, no? Par value. Kasi once you issue the stock, it is issued at par value. So let's say meron tayong initial public offering. So they normally have the initial price, no? Tapos once you sold the stocks in the market, wala nang pakialam yung yung par value ron. Kumbaga, kung par value ng company, let's say 100, binenta sa market na, no? Nasa secondary market na siya. 25 pesos, hindi na maapektuhan yung value ng company, no? Kasi yun na nga, hindi na siya gumagalaw, hindi na makakatanggap ng pera doon yung nag-issue ng stock o yung issuer. Kasi they will only receive the money upon IPO. But once it is sold now in the secondary market, they will no longer receive money from that. Kasi nasa secondary market na eh. They only receive the money in the initial public offering. And then the number of shares there, no, pagka nag-issue ng stock ang company, meron tayong tinatawag na authorized capital stock. So when we say authorized capital stock, that is the maximum stock that can be issued by the company. So once they issue the stock, it will be coming from the authorized and it should not be more than the authorized. Tapos ang mga na-issue, ang tawag na ron ay outstanding check. Okay? So outstanding check. Okay, so next. So rights of common, parang na-discuss na natin to dati, ano? Ha? Na-discuss na natin ito doon sa dating stocks na topic natin. So anyway, review pa rin natin, no? Part na lang po ng review. So yung common stockholders voting rights can be exercised in person or by proxy. So ibig sabihin nun, let's say they will have an annual stockholders meeting. So a letter will be sent to the stockholder. So this stockholder now no can vote in that stockholders meeting. Or just in case na they cannot come, no, they can appoint a proxy, no? They can appoint a proxy to vote on their behalf. Okay, so ganun siya. So proxy fight, an attempt to gain control of a firm by soliciting enough votes to unseat existing directors. Well, pabayan mo na yan, huwag nyo nang intindihan yan, no? So shareholders have no legal rights to receive dividends. O ba't naman walang legal rights? Kasi it has to be what? It has to be declared by the board of directors. Okay? So kaya dapat i-declare ng board of directors. Primary markets and issuing new securities. So the market in which firms originally issue new securities, primarily, yan yung primary market natin, no? Kasi once you issue the stocks for the first time, it will be in the primary market. But if you want to sell this, no? Halimbawa, bumili ka doon sa IPO, gusto mo nang ibenta, o ibebenta mo na yan sa broker ngayon. Then that will be listed in the Philippine Stock Exchange. Okay, so the number of shares outstanding multiplied by the current price per share. So yan yung market price naman bali na tinatawag natin or market capitalization. Yung the total number of shares outstanding multiplied by the current price per share. So that is the market capitalization. Ha? Tapos we have the common shares that have been issued but are no longer outstanding because the firm repurchased them. So that is treasury shares. Ang tawag naman dyan ay treasury shares. Common shares that have been issued but are no longer outstanding because the firm repurchased them. So that is a treasury share. Treasury share. Bakit nagkakaroon ng treasury share? Pagka nagkaroon ng excess money ang company, no, tapos hindi naman sila magdideclare ng dividends, sometimes what they do is to repurchase the stock in the stock market. Lalo na kung mababa ang price, no? Kung mababa ang price ng stock na yon, no, let's say nagkaroon IPO 10. Tapos pagdating sa market, biglang naging 5 or 3 pesos. O pwede nilang bilhin yung stock na yon. Ha? So ang tawag na doon, pagka stock nila, ang binili nila, no, their own stock, that is a treasury stock or treasury shares. So what is the purpose? Yun na nga, if they have the excess money, they buy that treasury shares, no? But just in case the price goes up, no, goes up, eh mangyayari nun, ibebenta rin nila ulit yun. Ibig sabihin nun, kumita sila. Ha? So ganun ang ginagawa. Okay, so nandito tayo sa pricing ng stock, no? So let's go to the preferred stock first, no? So preferred stock is an equity security that is expected to pay a fixed annual dividend indefinitely, no? So using the formula for valuing a perpetuity, so you have D1 over case of E. So yung D1 is the expected dividend, no? Expected dividend. Pagka declared ng dividend, hindi na expected yon, DO na yon, D0. Kaya yung D1 is actually the next period's dividend payment. D1 yun, D1. Ang D0, yan yung na-declare ng dividend. But if you are expecting a dividend, that is D1. So if you are expecting dividend in 2 years' time, that is D2. Kung halimbawa in 3 years' time, that is D3. Mga ganun yan. Then what about case of E? Case of E is the discount rate. It can also be called cost of capital. Now, yung cost of capital naman, ang ibig sabihin niyan ay the minimum required return by the stockholders. No, the minimum required rate of return by the stockholders. Cost of capital or the discount rate. Kaya lang wala kayong wala kayong subject na cost of capital yung diniscuss o na-discuss na sa inyo dati yan.
Ay, wala po.
Ano?
Wala, sir.
Wala. Yun, hindi natin madidiscuss yun. Isang topic yan eh. No? Isang topic yan. But anyway, the definition of the discount rate or the cost of capital is the minimum required rate of return. And then we use the cost of capital or the discount rate denoted by case of E. So minsan ginagamit dyan RE o RS, mga ganyan, no? In order to get the price of the stock at year zero. So ganun lagi ang pricing natin, kinukuha natin yung D1 to get the price of the stock at year zero. Okay, kung titignan natin to example, no? Merong example sa ilalim. So an investors require an 11% return on a preferred stock. So yung 11% na yan din yung cost of capital. Yan din yung discount rate na tinatawag. So minsan tinatawag din natin required rate of return. So dito ang ginamit na term ay required, no? Require an 11% return. So on a preferred stock that pays a 2.30 annual dividend. So yung 2.3, so ibig sabihin that is the expected price of the expected dividend of the preferred stock. Kaya 2.3 all over 0.11, divide nyo, you'll get 20.90 per share. So ano ibig sabihin 20.90 per share na yan? Yan yung magiging price ng preferred stock based on your valuation. Based on your valuation. Kaya kung halimbawa, binebenta ang preferred stock si stock market, no? Si stock market na, ang presyo ay 25. So, based sa computation mo, it is 20.90. Bibili ka ba ng stock? Pagka ganyan? Patricia? Patricia Parilla?
Hindi po, sir.
Hindi. Bakit?
Masyado pong mataas kasi po 20.90 per share lang po yung computation ko.
Okay, tama, no? Because based on your computation, the price of the stock is only 20.90. Pero binibenta sa market at 25. Kaya kung bibili mo siya sa 25, lugi ka. Diba? But let's say the price is around 20 pesos lang. Are you going to buy? Lumanog? Christine Valerie? Christine Valerie?
Sir,
Let's say the price of the stock, no, in preferred stocks, stock market is 20 pesos only. Bibili mo ba yung preferred stock o hindi? Let's say may pera ka. Bibili mo o hindi? Hmm? Christine? Bibilin mo o hindi?
bibilin, sir?
Hindi ko alam. Ikaw ang tinatanong ko. Buy or not? Will you buy it or not?
Buy po.
Buy. Bakit buy? Bakit ka magbabay? Ba't ka magbabay? Na-explain lang sa akin, Christine, kung nakikinig kanina. Oy, Christine, tama naman yung
Po.
sagot mo eh. Tama naman yung sagot mo, magbabay ka. Pero bakit? Gusto ko lang
Kasi,
marinig ang
sir,
reason.
kung kaya ko naman pong bilhin, bibilin ko po. Yun po yung sagot ko.
Yun ang sagot mo. Sige, pero tama yon, no?
Opo.
Sige. Dali ah. Okay, so sandali, meron nag-ano eh. Yan, okay. Anyway, punta tayo sa common stock. Common stock naman, ito ang valuation natin. So practically, yan ang valuation natin sa common stock. No? So ganyan yung valuation natin sa common stock. So kinukuha natin yung present value ng dividends, especially if the company is always paying dividends, plus the present value of the stock. Kaya itong part na to, no, yung nakikita nyo? O hindi nyo nakikita? Ay, wala, no. O basta yung bandang, nakikita nyo ba yung cursor o ano? Plus, nakikita nyo o hindi?
Hindi
Sir,
po.
yung
Po.
answer ko hindi
Hindi
po.
po, sir.
Hindi. O sige, babasahin ko na lang ha. So meron tayong piece of O is equivalent to, no? Meron tayong summation, di ba? Summation N, T is equivalent to 1. Tapos meron DT. Di ba? DT all over 1 plus KE raised to the power N. Yung part na yan ay dividend payments. Dividend payments. Lalo na kung yung company ay regularly nagbabayad ng dividends. Then meron tayong plus P all over 1 plus K of E raised to the power N. No, yan naman ay present value ng stock. Na present value ng stock. Or yung formula nandito sa ilalim, binago ko lang yung itsura para kasi mas madali yan eh. Meron siyang dt tapos 1 minus 1 plus cost of capital raised to negative n all over I. So we use that formula kung pare-pareho lang naman ang dividends na dinideclare niya per year. Halimbawa, 10 pesos ngayon, 10 pesos next year, 10 pesos naman sa susunod na taon. No? Kung constant ang dividend niya. So again, that is still the present value. And then the PT again is the price of the stock, and then you are computing the present value of the stock still. So yung present value ng lahat ng dividends and the present value of the price of the stock in the future na expectation mo, pagka inad natin, yan dapat na maging price ngayon. No? Ulitin ko Kaya yung DT dyan nagre-represent tapos multiplied dun sa 1 minus 1 plus I, case of E, raised to negative N over I. Yan ay present value ng lahat ng dividends na matatanggap mo. Tapos yung price ng stock, yung PT, that is the price of the stock na ina-expect mo in the future. So kukunin mo yung present value nila. Pagkakuha ng present value, add mo yung present value ng lahat ng dividends, and that is the expected price of the stock today. So yan ang ibig sabihin yan. Example tayo. Example tayo. So Mr. T purchased stock F at the beginning of the year. The dividend at year end is expected to be 250 per share and the market price by the end of the year is expected to be 60. So anong ginamit nating formula dyan? Ito, yung nasa itaas. Yung nasa itaas, hindi yung nasa ilalim. No? Yung nasa itaas, hindi yung nasa ilalim. Yun ang mahirap pagka gumagamit tayo ng Google, talagang wala tayong magagamit na iba. Dapat siguro nasa Word. Pagka nasa Word siguro magagamit natin. Ng sulat-sulat. Anyway, so meron tayong D1, 250. Nakita nyo, 250 times 1.15. Kasi ang required return niya ay 15%. Yan din yung discount rate. So present value ng 250 plus the present value ng 60 pesos for 1 year. So ang total daw ay 54.35. So ibig sabihin yung price ng stock ay 54.35 sa year 0. Yung 250 times 1.15 negative 1, ibig sabihin yan yung kinukuha nating dividends ng year 1, kukunin natin yung present value. Ayan yung present value. 250 is the expected dividend. Yung 1.15, kinukuha natin yung present value. No? Using the discount rate. And then the 60 pesos times 1.15, discount rate ulit yan, -1. So we're getting the present value. So the present value is 54.35. Okay? Naintindihan?
Yes, sir.
Sinong di nakaintindi, pwedeng magtanong. Pwede naman magtanong, no? Kung di naintindihan. Dahil parami ang class, sinasabi ko sa inyo, mahirapan pagka hindi naintindihan sa ngayon. Kaya magtanong na kung hindi pa naintindihan. Sandali Ayan. So, bali ganun, na? So, wala magtatanong? Wala? Tignan natin. Ako magtatanong. Pauline, Jane La Rosa.
Hello po, sir.
Paki-explain mo sa akin itong solution na to. Paki-explain mo sa akin kung bakit ganyan ang computation. La Rosa? Ba't kaya ganyan? Kasi ganyan ang mga exam ninyo sa akin.
Hello po, sir.
Yes.
Kasi po, sir, yung hinahanap po is yung present value po.
Okay, present value ng?
Yung,
ano kinukuha na?
yung stock po.
Actually,
yung
kinukuha
stock
natin,
po.
yung price ng stock ang kinukuha natin. Kaya P0 siya eh. So, price ng stock,
Apo.
okay, price ng stock ang kinukuha natin sa year 0. No? Pero syempre, para makuha natin yung price ng stock sa year 0, paano gagawin natin?
Hahanapin po muna, sir, yung value po, yung present value.
Ng present value ng alin?
Nung stock po nung dati. Yung purchased stock po ni F.
Parang hindi yata maliwanag yun, Pauline. No? Ulitin ko ang explanation ha. Ganito. Yung piece of O na yan, ang purpose natin is to look for the price of the stock at year 0. Kasi yan yung time na bibili tayo eh, sa year 0, no? So to get the price of the stock at year 0, makukunin natin yung present value ng expected future price ng isang stock. Kaya kung halimbawa, in 1 year halimbawa, ang stock ay in-expect natin 15 pesos. No, in-expect natin in year 1, magiging 15 pesos siya. So kukunin natin yung present value. O dito pala, sa case na lang nito, yung 60 pesos, in-expect natin ng price ng stock after a year is 60 pesos. Tapos makakatanggap din tayo ng dividend na 250 after 1 year. So yung ngayong present value ng dividend na yan at ng price ng stock na yan after 1 year, kukunin natin yung sum at its present value. And then we can get the 54.35. So yan ang presyo bali ng stock lumalabas at year 0. Okay? Maliwanag ba yan? Pauline?
Yes po, sir.
Sige. Next tayo, next. This time we have the zero growth valuation model, no? Meron tayong tinatawag na zero growth. Kasi yung kanina, ito example natin dito kanina, yan, ano yan, no growth yan eh, no? No growth. Ito pareho lang pala siya, no? Zero growth din pala to. No, itong kanina, no growth din yan. Pagka no growth, ibig sabihin, walang increase, no? Walang increase. So this valuation of stock assumes that the dividends are not growing at all. So constant, no? So thus it has a constant amount of dividends declared. So a non-growing dividend is valued similar to a preferred stock. If the growth denoted G is equal to 0, the formula would end by dividing dividends expected after a year by the required rate of return. Kaya ang formula, ito, P of O all over D1 over case of E. Okay, so ganun siya, no? Dito kasi, minultiply natin, no? Nag-multiply tayo dito sa isa eh. Tapos kinuha rin natin yung present value. So pwede rin yan, ha? Pwede rin yan. But at the same time, pwede rin itong formula natin na P of O is equivalent to D1 over case of E. Divide naman yan, divide. Especially if you do not have any expectation of the price in the future, no? Kung wala kayong na-expect na price ng stock sa future, ang formula lang, D1 over case of E. Okay? Okay, so clear yan, class? Clear? O, pakisagot naman kung clear naman, class. Para alam ko naman.
Yes po, sir.
Ha? Okay, so ba't pareho na naman siya? And the example to, no? Example. So the .com's common stock has paid a 5 peso dividend for so long that investors are now convinced that the stock will continue to pay that annual dividend forever. So if the next dividend is due in 1 year, an investor requires a 10% return on the stock, what is its current market price? What will the price be immediately after the next dividend payment? So yung formula natin, wala namang binigay na expected price, di ba? In the future, ang binigay lang D1, so formula lang natin ganito. D1 over case of E. So 5 divided by 0.10, so you can expect that the price of the stock is 50. So parang computation katulad din nun sa preferred stock. Okay, so may question ba kay class? Ha? Question? Hello? Please answer me.
Okay po, sir. Wala po.
Okay na yun, ha? O, liwanag. O, sige, next meeting, Monday, you will have a quiz to me, ha? Kakaroon tayo ng quiz. Yung basic lang naman, hindi kasama tong valuation, yung basic lang ng stocks. Okay ba yon? Para may quiz na tayo. O, tapos, constant growth valuation model. So, I repeat, no? So, yung quiz natin is about stocks and it will not include this, ha? Hindi kasama to. Itong dinidiscuss natin ngayon. Hiwalay ito. Okay, so punta tayo sa constant growth valuation model. Now, for the constant growth valuation model, ibig sabihin naman yan, meron na siyang growth Yung kanina, wala tayong growth. Ngayon, meron ng growth, no? So yung growth is denoted by the letter G. Ngayon nyo pala ba nakita yung mga formula na yan, class?
Yes, sir.
Eh, yung mga dating subjects na itinuro sa inyo, sa mga FinMan, yung mga finance, ano, di ba meron subject na kayong gano'n? Dapat naturo na rin yan eh. Kasi dapat yung sa atin ngayon, application na lang yung class. Baka mahirapan kayo ngayon. Kaya pag-aralan yung mabuti ito ha. Kasi talagang subject natin, panay sa finance kasi talagang panay numbers tayo sa finance talaga eh. Hindi tayo concepts lang. Kasi pagka nagtrabaho kayo sa stock market, no, maging broker kayo, magtrabaho kayo sa bangko, tapos nasa investment house kayo, ganyan ang gagawin ninyo, magko-compute kayo na magko-compute. No, hindi pa pwedeng hindi kayo marunong mag-compute. Kaya hindi pa pwedeng concepts lang na meron tayo. Dapat meron tayong application ng mga to, ha? So anyway, so yung formula natin is P of O is equivalent to D1 all over case of E minus G. So yung D1 again stands for the dividend after a year. Tapos yung case of E is the required rate of return or the discount rate. And G is the growth, no? So may condition dyan na dapat ma-meet. So ito, nakalagay na rin yung condition, no? The firm must have a constant dividend growth rate G. Ibig sabihin nun, hindi pa bago-bago. Kung 5% lang siya, 5% siya all throughout. Okay? Kung 5% siya, all throughout 5%. Okay? Then aside from that, yung G dapat hindi mas malaki ka sa case of E. So ibig sabihin nun, si case of E dapat lang na mas malaki kay G. Kasi pagka mas malaki si G kaysa kay case of E, mali, no? Magiging mali ang ating formula. So dapat mas malaki si case of E kaysa kay G. Okay, maliwanag? Maliwanag ba, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so next. Okay, maglala. Tignan ko muna yung iba. Baka ano eh. Tahan palang valuation techniques dito. So bagay, hindi ko na ituturo itong iba sa inyo. Hanggang dito lang kayo dito sa yan, variable growth valuation model, no? Hanggang dyan lang tayo. Kasi itong mga to, tinuturo ko rin sa sa finance, pero sa accounting, no? Sa accounting ko naman tinuturo yan. Pero sa inyo, hanggang dito lang tayo sa variable growth valuation model. Kaya lang medyo mahirap to eh. No? Kasi mahaba ang computation yan. So anyway, dito muna tayo sa constant growth model, no? Constant growth model. So ito, tignan natin ha. So si Dynasty pays, a corporation pays a 3 peso dividend in 1 year. So if investors expect the dividend to remain constant forever and they require a 10% return on Dynasty stock, what is the stock worth? Okay, so what is the stock worth? So dito, sa example natin na to, wala pang sinasabing growth. Okay, ang formula lang natin ay 3 divided by 0.10. Now 3 divided by 0.10. So that is 30 pesos. So ibig sabihin yung price ng stock na-expect natin ay 30 pesos. Okay? Ngayon, assumption natin sa susunod. Nakalagay rito, what is the stock worth if investors expect Dynasty's dividends to grow at 3% per year? So this time, nagkaroon siya ng growth na 3%. Doon sa itaas, wala siyang example na wala siyang growth, no? Doon sa itaas, walang example na walang growth. Pero doon sa ilalim, nilagyan natin ng growth ngayon. Meron na raw siyang growth na 3%. Kaya tignan yung formula, no? O yung computation bale. D1 all over case of E minus G. So it's P3 all over 0.10 minus 0.03. So now the price of the stock is 42.86. Coming from 30, naging 42.86. Kasi mas mataas ang presyo ng stock kung yung company ay nagkakaroon ng growth. No, lumalaki, ibig sabihin. no? Lumalaki. So kaya ganyan siya. So by the way, what is the formula for G? Ano bang formula ng G? Yung growth. Ang formula ng G ay ito. Susulat ko na lang dito para makita nyo, ha? So yung G equivalent to ROE times 1 minus BPO. So yan ang formula ng G. Yung G which is the growth. Nakita nyo? Nilagay ko sa chat box.
Yes po.
So yan ang formula ng growth. So G is equivalent to ROE times 1 minus DPO. Alam niyo ba yung ROE?
Hindi po, sir.
Ha? Naku, Diyos ko, dami nating di alam, ha. Sino pa ba hindi ko tinawag? Kaito.
Po.
Kaito, ano yung ROE?
Ngayon ko lang din po na
Ha? Anong year na ba ninyo? Anong year na ninyo? Huwag kayo magalit sa akin, ha?
third po.
Third year. ROE. Bakit hindi nyo alam? Wala ba kayong FS analysis dati? Denver. Wala ba kayong financial statement analysis dati?
Sir, meron po. Yung ROE, tingin ko, sir, return on equity.
Tama, tama yon. Yun ang tama, no? Return on equity. Alam niyo yung formula? Pero tama yon, no? John Denver, tama yon. O Kaito, narinig niyo ang ROE.
Yes po.
That is return on equity. What is the formula? The formula is net income divided by average stockholders equity. Ito yung formula ng ROE natin, ha? Yan ang formula ng ROE natin. Okay? So, tatandaan nyo yung class. What about DPO? Malamang, di nyo rin alam itong DPO. Ano ang DPO? Tingnan natin si John Denver. Alam mo ba yung DPO, John Denver?
Hindi, sir.
Huwag kayo mahiya sa akin pagka nagtanong ako sa inyo ganun, ha? Hindi ako namamaya class, ha? Tinatanong ko kasi gusto ko malaman para maituro ko sa inyo, ha? Kaya huwag kayo ma-offend pagka tinatanong ko kayong ganun. Kasi kailangan ko malaman yan kung alam nyo o hindi. Dahil kung hindi, mahirapan tayo lahat. Ha? Okay, when we say DPO naman, DPO is dividend payout. Then, mali pa. No? Basta dividend yan, ha? DPO is dividend payout. So, yung dividend payout, ang formula naman yan ay DPO is equivalent to dividends paid divided by net income. Kita niyo yung formula? So DPO is equivalent to dividends paid divided by the net income. So that's how you compute for the return on, for the G. ROE times 1 minus DPO. So yun yung formula natin for the G. Nakuha nyo, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so palagay ko dito muna tayo hihinto. Mahirapan tayo pagka dumiretso tayo. No, hinto muna tayo dito. Pero next meeting, we will have a quiz for the stocks, no? Yung unang kinover natin, yung lahat ng kinover natin before dito sa topic na to. Okay ba yun, class?
Yes po.
Quiz, ha? Quiz lang naman yun.
Yes, sir.
And then please inform me kung may midterm tayo, ha? Hindi ko alam ang schedule ng TUWA. Tapos yung TUWA ba, ayos na ba yung TUWA Learning Center natin o hindi pa? Ayos na ba yan? Wala
Sir,
pang...
ang schedule po ng midterm exam is October 26 to 30.
October 26 to 30. Midterm na yon, midterm.
Yes
O,
po.
di bali, okay lang yun. Tayo na lang mag-adjust, no? Kasi may walang pasok ng nakaraan eh. Gusto ko magklase, kaso sabi nila, wag daw eh. So anyway, i-cover natin to yung mixing quiz lang naman yon. No, mixing quiz lang naman. Okay, kung gusto nyo, tapusin na natin to. Hanggang dito lang naman ang bibigay ko sa inyo eh. Ito. Tapusin natin ngayon. Gusto nyo?
Sige
Ha?
po, sir.
Para mas marami tayong makover na lang ha. Kaya lang, pakinggan nyo mabuti ito ha. Ito, mahirap itong variable growth valuation model na to. So, yung variable growth valuation model, ilagay natin dito. Yan. Diretso na natin. So, yung variable growth valuation model talaga na yan, ibig sabihin nun, from the word variable growth, ibig sabihin, pabago-bago yung growth niya. Kaya variable growth, no? And then it assumes that the dividend growth rate will vary during different periods of time. So it is used if the firm is expected to grow at a rapid rate for a few years and then revert back to a normal growth rate. Ibig sabihin, kung bago lang yung company, tapos kumita, mataas yung variable growth niya, yung growth niya malaki sa una. Tapos bababa na siya. No, bababa na siya. So pag bumaba siya, babalik na siya doon sa normal growth niya. So lumalabas yung parang curve line niya, paakyat. Tapos bababa. Ha? So kaya ang computation niya kakaiba. Mahirap actually, no? Hindi siya inaano ko, mahirap siya. Wala pang estudyante na naturuan ko noon, kahit sa UST pa siya, na nadalian dito sa variable growth na to. Kasi yung stages niya napakahaba, na napakaraming steps. So ito ang magiging steps niya. Kaya makinig kayo mabuti. So for the variable growth, ito, example natin. So firm paid a dividend over the last 12 months of 1.67. So this represents the current dividend rate So dividends are expected to grow by 20% per year over the super normal growth period of 3 years. So ibig sabihin, for 3 years, ang growth niya 20%. For 3 years. Then on its fourth year, it is expected to grow at a normal constant rate G of 5%. So ibig sabihin, una, year 1, year 2, year 3, 20 years ang growth. Pagdating ng fourth year, 5% na lang. So the required rate of return is 9%. Okay, so first compute for the sum of the present value of all the dividends for 3 years. So yung price nung yung dividend natin dati ay 1.67. So ito siya, no? Nakikita niyo yung 1.67 sa ibaba? Nakikita niyo?
Opo.
Yes po.
Yung may D1, D2, D3, tapos meron siyang times 1.2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so nakita nyo, yung D1 no, is 1.67 times 1.2. Okay, so ang supernormal dividends niya 2 pesos. Tapos doon, multiply mo sa present value na ginagamit yung 9%, ang makukuha mo 1.83. Okay, nakita nyo? Nakita nyo, class?
Apo.
Please naman sumagot kayo. Then dito, we have 2 times 1.2. Yung 2, nanggaling doon sa itaas, doon sa D1. Diba? So yung 2 times 1.2, 2.40. So 2.40 times 1.09 yan. Kaya bali lumalabas yan, ganito klase. Sulat natin 1.67 times 1.2 tapos times 1.09 raised to negative 1. Kaya lumalabas plus, ganyan ang computation yan. 1.67 times 1.2 times 1.09 negative 1. No? Yung negative exponent yan exponent, hindi siya pantay. Hindi lang natin masulat dito yung exponent Masusulat pa exponent yan, tignan natin. Hindi pwede, no? Hindi pwede. O yan, tapos nung nakuha natin yung 2, makikita nyo yung 2, yun na ginamit. Sa D2, 2 times 1.2, 2.40, tapos kunin mo yung present value. No? Kaya lumalabas, ganito naman sa class. 2 times 1.20 times 1.09 negative 2. Lalabas, ganyan naman siya. 2 times 1.2 times 1.09 negative 2. Ha? Kasi nasa year 2 na siya. Tapos sa D3, 2.4 times 1.2 is equivalent to 2.88. Tapos times natin yung 1.09 raised to negative 3. So makukuha na natin itong mga values na ito ngayon. So add natin 1.83, 2.02, 2.22, makukuha natin 6.07. Okay, so yan na yung present value ng lahat ng dividends natin. Ha? Maliwanag?
Opo, sir.
Maliwanag ha? Ba't isa lang ang sumasagot? Yung iba hindi sumasagot.
Yes, sir.
Naintindihan ba? Parilla.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so susunod na step ito. So yung price ng stock natin, di ba, tignan nyo, D4 to ngayon, no? D4. Makita nyo yung P3. P3 is equivalent to D4 over case of E minus G. Di ba? Kasi bakit P3 yan? Kasi dito ang sabi niya, hanggang 3 years, di ba? Super normal growth of 3 years. So, kukunin muna natin yung price ng stock dun sa year 3. Kukunin muna natin yung price ng stock dun sa year 3. Kaya P3, D4. So, yung D4 na to, makukuha naman natin yan dito. Ayan, 2.88. Nakita niyo yung 2.88? Doon sa kanina? Nakikita niyo?
Yes po,
Yung
sir.
nasa itaas,
Opo.
nasa itaas, O, 2.88 is actually the D3. Now, to get the D4, sa formula na to, D4, you have to multiply 2.88 by the constant growth. So, yung normal growth na yan, o constant growth na yung multiply natin. So, 1.05. Tapos, all over, the 0.09 na cost of capital mo, o yung required return mo, minus the growth ulit na 0.05. So, makukuha natin ay 75.50. Makukuha natin ay 75.50. So, yan ang in-expect natin price dun sa year 3. Kaya kinukuha natin ay presyo ng stock sa anong year natin kinukuha yung stock? Anong stock?
Year 4 po.
Year? Ano kinukuha natin price ng stock, Denver?
Year 4.
Hindi year 4, year 3.
Year 3.
Year 3. Ito year 3 to di ba? Ngayon, kung bibili tayo ng stock, nasa year 0 tayo dapat, di ba? Yung ngayon yan. Kasi yung mga kinumpute natin yan, nasa future yan lahat. Kukunin natin yung present value niya. So yung present value ng dividends nakuha na natin, which is 6.07. Pero dito ang price ng stock natin sa year 3 na-expect natin ay 75.50. Kaya kukunin natin ngayon yung P0. Kukunin natin na yung P0. Paano kukunin yung P0? O ito na. 75.50 times 1.09 negative 3 raised to negative 3. So ang present value pala ng 75.50 dun sa year 0 ay 58.29. Di ba may dividends tayo? Ang dividends natin ay ito, 6.07. So i-add natin yan, 58.29 plus 6.07, makukuha ninyo ay 64.36. Yan yung nasa ilalim. Tignan nyo. Fourth, add the present value of all the dividends plus the present value of the stock price. Adding 6.07 and 58.29, we can get the total present value of common stock, which is 64.36. So yan yung magiging year zero natin, yung 64.36. Yan ang pagbabasihan natin ngayon kung bibili ba tayo ng stock o hindi sa year zero. Nakuha nyo? Nakakalito, no? Okay, so nakuha nyo, ha? O, nakakalito, di ba? Mahaba eh. O, kaya dapat pag-aaralan nyo mabuti yan, ha? O, tanong. Sino magtatanong? Meron ba magtatanong? Or clarification? Clarification. Wala magtatanong sa inyo?
Wala, sir.
Okay, so kung walang tanong, I will end my lesson up to this one. Hanggang dyan na lang tayo, no? Para hindi kayo mahirapan. Kasi iba-iba pa yung computation dito, eh. No? Mahaba. Ayan, no? I'm sure na mukhang hindi nyo na-discuss itong mga to. Kasi ito, nasa financial statement analysis itong mga to class, eh. Kung hindi nyo masyado na-cover yung mga formula, mahirapan kayo. Ayan, no? Kita nyo? Hanggang dito lang tayo sa basic computation ng stock valuation. Hanggang dito lang tayo. Ha? Kasi maraming klase ng valuation ng stocks. So hanggang dyan na lang muna tayo. Okay, so I will end here. Tapos please go back at 10:30 for the capital for the investment naman, no? Investment and portfolio management. So break muna tayo 10 hanggang 10:05 ngayon. So up to 10:30. So 10:30 we go back to the same link na lang, the same link for the investment management, investment and portfolio management. Okay, class? Stop recording ako, ha?